Hey everybody and welcome to Let's Look at Minit. It's not R-N-I-N-N... I think I've lost the ability to parse the English language. R-N-I-N-I-T. It's Minit. That's an M. Don't get confused by the kerning. You know how I know it's Minit? This is an RPG/adventure game where there's a gimmick, and the gimmick is that you only have a minute to accomplish your goals. So you're going to be saying, oh, it's kind of like Half Minute Hero. And it is, in the sense that there's a time constraint that binds you and kind of encapsulates the scope to within a certain temporal time frame. But it's different. It's more like, it's a surprisingly traditional Zelda-ish adventure game where you discover clues within 60 seconds, and then you die and you go, okay, I'm going to investigate those clues. It's not like time gets reset. It's just you literally only have a 1 minute long lifespan. It's a cool mechanic. I picked it up myself. It's $10 on Steam. It's published by Devolver Digital, made by a collective of developers, including people from Rage Squid, who made Action Hank and are working on Descenders, I believe, and Jan William Nyman, who has worked for Vlambeer forever, or worked as Vlambeer forever, and other people who I'm sure I'm diminishing their contributions here. $10 American. I've not completed it yet, but I played about 60 minutes so far. I'm really bad at adventure games, and because it is kind of a traditional adventure game, I'm pretty bad at this. But I like the gimmick enough that it's pushed me to go forward. But we're going to start, I hear it's quite short. I hear it's around maybe like 90 minutes long, so we're gonna go new game here, and I'm only 20% done? Man, I am horrible. That might be 20% including secrets, but, so this is Minit. This is how it starts. We're gonna start a brand new game here, and you'll figure things out. We play as this guy. He's Minute Man, that's what I'm gonna call him. You know, he's got a dog, and he's got a house, and his house has a pot, and a table, and a bed in it. As we leave, oh, we haven't even hit the gimmick yet, because our life is still going strong here. We'll explore, and we learn a little bit about the map as it goes along here. So if you take a look, you know, we got these crabs. We can walk to the right. We can talk to this individual down here. The water is nice and warm here. Unfortunately, Minuteman is hydrophobic, and he can't go through there. We got some Pokemon-style things that we would probably like to be able to cut, and, you know, without spoiling things, we will be able to. But as soon as we pick up the Cursed Sword, we're going to be bound to this 1 minute long lifespan. I didn't even realize this the first time, but it's the sword is not only what gives us life, it's also what, you know, binds us to this 1 minute resurrection sort of aspect here. So the rest of the game, it follows a pretty simple loop. It's very clever. It has, I mean, not just visually, but from a, like a tone standpoint, and I'm just gonna, if you'll give me one moment here, I'm just gonna lower the volume. It has like an Undertale style charm to it. Like, it's self-aware, and it shows its self-awareness pretty much immediately here. As you start, you realize you have a 1 minute lifespan, and this guy is talking as slow as freaking molasses, and you might be saying, hey, I've played the Z-SNES back in my day, I'll just hit X to go faster. Nah, it doesn't skip the text. So, you know, this guy is just here specifically to waste your time, which is funny. Yeah, it's got, I don't want to say it's Undertale-y, because, you know, it might turn some people off. If only someone would take care of those 5 crabs. Used to be a lot busier here. If only there was some music. We can turn some music on, but it has a certain degree of kind of like precious self-awareness, which might be the best way to describe it. That makes it adds a little bit of richness to the experience. Would be a good way to perhaps tackle that. So our first minute of life is done. Basically, this is what happens: is you, by talking to townspeople and investigating what essentially amount to very simple environmental puzzles, you get goals, and then you realize that over the course of your 1 minute existence, if you could accomplish that goal, you'll probably move forward in some way to progress the story. So here they were like, if only someone would take care of those 5 crabs. So we got the 2 at the bottom of the screen. Not the most nuanced combat, I'll just level with you there. And look at that. 5 crabs killed. Obviously, I've already done this before, so I'm artificially making myself look like a genius. But as a result of doing that, this guy gives us the coffee, and I kind of skipped past the introduction to the item there, but if you look at the items list, you can see what everything does. And you pick up a lot of items over the course of the game, you know. Pick up things that allow us to cut trees. We'll pick up a bone. I don't yet know what it does. We pick up coffee. It's very important. A good way to start the day, allows you to push boxes. You know, that's why I drink it. And then they give you a little tutorial here where, hey, you can go push these boxes. Unfortunately, cannot make it up there. And now by being able to push boxes, we'll go... Generally what happens is the map is relatively small. Oh, I botched it miserably. The map is relatively small. You'll be like, where did I see boxes that I could do something with? And then here, dude, this has been a productive life for us. Let me just level with you. We picked up the lighthouse key. Now we know there's a lighthouse and we can go back there and maybe get something out of that. So this is pretty much what it's like. It's a breadcrumb trail. Admittedly, this opening section of the game is kind of like the tutorial. You took that cursed sword? Please drop by the factory ASAP. I think what's really cool about Minit is that when you know the gimmick and you first start playing, you assume it's going to be very, very small. But that's not actually the case. Like, there's multiple, for lack of a better word, multiple biomes that you can come across. And, you know, there's puzzles that are, at least for me, genuinely sort of difficult. We got the flashlight. And there's even a hint system in the game that, you know, at your leisure, a little later in the game, allows you to sort of get some riddles that map to things in the game and help you make some progress, which I'll be honest with you, I've taken advantage even in my relative infancy in Minit so far. So it is a game that's very, very cleverly designed. At first you think, oh, it's probably going to be like this small, or at least I thought, and maybe this makes me a jerk, it's probably going to be this small, like, game jam sort of thing that doesn't really have a whole lot of depth. And it really isn't like, oh, we need that. We'll go back and get that, and then we'll find a place to use our flashlight. It isn't a 40-hour-long RPG, but it's definitely more than meets the eye at first glance, you know. Even Half Minute Hero I really liked, but it was driven a little bit more by, like, mechanics than it was driven... Let's just hit this thing real quick. Does that have anything? It was driven more by mechanics than it was by design, in my opinion, even though the design is a, you know, big novelty in the game. This is more like... It almost reminds me a little bit of Titan Souls. There's our sword, by the way. So as we get items, they kind of get stacked up here. The one thing I will say is sometimes, you know, 10 seconds into a lifespan, you accomplish everything you want to accomplish, and then you go, I wish I could just, like, respawn. And you could. You could go, you know, die and then respawn really quickly, I suppose. Or you could just get yourself killed by these arrows, for example. The best thing about it, I'll open the bridge when you take care of those creeps. I'll stop doing it when you stop laughing. You know, because you're gated by this, like, 1 minute time limit, you know that you're never more than, like, 30 seconds away from spawning. So it's not like it's an enormous concern. Anyway, let's engage in a little bit more of Minit's dynamic adventuring here. So, now that we have the flashlight, I can sort of skip a little bit of narrative detritus. It's not a good way to describe it. I actually want to explore the snake maze a little bit here, see if there's like some items. Doesn't appear to be. Without the flashlight, I don't know if you can make it through here. You might be able to, but you find it very difficult to see. You'll probably walk into snakes at least your first time through. But after getting that flashlight, we pop out. We get introduced to a new enemy who is extremely annoying. And we get introduced to the desert biome as well. And this is where, I'll be real with you, it didn't take me 8 minutes to do this my first time through the game. But this is where you really realize that the game opens up. You're like, oh my god, I have a new home. Now instead of spawning back at, you know, Tutorial Island, I'm spawning in the desert and I can start to improve things. And this is where the game I really feel like sort of opens up. And also nearly gets me stuck, even though I have made it 1 or 2 biomes past this. So again, our watering can comes with us. Let's do a little exploration. Secret Temple. Good music as well. You know, the visuals, lost person, someone help them. I'm not a huge fan of the art style. You know, I played a lot of original Game Boy back in my day, so it's not like it's a foreign look to me. Like, this looks exactly like James Bond 007 on the Game Boy to me. Water. Oh, get the watering can and bring it back. Now I remember. Now you're looking at that puzzle and you're going, NL, how did you screw this one up? I didn't screw it up, okay? I'm just saying, not all the puzzles are as easy as bring the watering can to the person who says water, alright? It's a gentle... It's how they start to get you involved here. But yeah, I don't think it necessarily looks bad, but I'm not an enormous fan of the aesthetic that they've gone for here. You've saved my life. Come see me at the sign maker. Well, we'll resurrect. I'm going to choose to say resurrect instead of pass on. And then, I believe... And again, I apologize for kind of mainlining some of these puzzles, but... I just want to see what happens here, because... I was told... I took a hint earlier that I never took advantage of, which is, if you're in quicksand, patience is key. So I thought to myself, what if I sink in the quicksand? Is there some kind of perhaps secret down here that I might be able to get? And now you're witnessing me experiencing the magic of discovery live on my own time. Oh, okay. I'm gonna try that again. We have the flashlight, so we should be fine there. I'm going in the wrong direction. So yeah, there's all sorts of cool adventure game tropes like that happen here, you know? Things like this you would never consider. Like when you saw a cracked wall in a video game before Zelda, you didn't initially think put a bomb there. You know, it's a real sense of discovery when it actually happens to you for the first... Hey! When it actually happens to you for the first time. What's going on? Just, hey, stay... Oh, it's a treasure chest. It's a gold... Oh, it's a gold coin. I can't tell you why I need those gold coins yet, but I promise you that I do. Found a coin. Dude, that's an extreme bummer. Because for what I need 7 of those right now. So, like, this is... Are you also quicksand? No. Some kind of particle effect. Alright. I guess once I get down here and get the gold coin, I just have to accept that death is coming. But that's cool. Oh, you know what? I will spoil the secret for you to some extent, because the way that Minit plays with its design principles is really cool. First off, I mean, the mechanic at the core of the game is that you only get 1 minute of life, right? So, and we'll... Oh, I keep going in the wrong direction. You only get 1 minute of life, so... the map is designed around these little nodes where you respawn and you can get to and conceivably do something within 1 minute. Now, because we've talked to this person and saved them, they'll let us go here. Grab the item west of here and come meet me at my boat. Give me a sec, give me a sec. I believe there's an item down here. Factories are bad, factories are bad. There we go, the gardening glove. So the gardening glove allows us to use our sword to chop down trees and also signs. So I'm just gonna head back. I don't know if I can make it. Well, let's see what's over here, actually. I don't remember if I ever looked. Ah, this is our spawn point, basically. So now we can cut down trees with our... Oh, let's go! You can make it, you can make it. I totally forgot about this shortcut. There we go. So we got our new home selected. We'll die here, and that's okay. But basically, there's other narrative or mechanical conceits that they use that are really interesting. Like, for example... There's one area, and I'm just going to talk here at this black screen for a second, but there's one area where you're inside of a temple, and there's a really, really long maze. And I think that they do a good job designing the puzzles like this, because immediately you walk in the maze and you're like, okay, how long could it take? I've got 48 seconds. And then you got 0 seconds and you realize you're like halfway through. It's literally inconceivable that if you just went faster, like if you got to the maze as quickly as possible, you still wouldn't have ample amount of time in order to actually... get it done. So you know that you need something else, you know? It's not like it's ambiguous and you look at the game and go, oh, could I do this? Maybe if I were better. Like, it's very clear in its design that you need something that helps you run faster, and that's what the coins are used for, is to buy some shoes that make you run faster a little later. Can you get me some boatwood? There's only 1 tree, and it grows close to snakes. You may have noticed this, a little earlier. I continually, like, want to smash these. I think they're environmental or... just meant to, like, suck up your time, but, I want rupees from them so I can buy the shoes faster. I didn't actually get to buy the shoes in my, there we go, there's the boatwood. I didn't actually get to buy shoes in my first, off-camera playthrough. Because I got 0 gold coins total. No! We can make it back. I promise you, boatman! I need some time to fix it. I think that's good, though. I think that means we have given it to him. I mean, I guess we could check. We could just look at our items menu. Do we still have boatwood? We do. Maybe we don't need to talk to him. Maybe it doesn't get taken from our inventory, but I'm going to go talk to him anyway. I mean, that's the thing, is, like, the game is extremely, you know, forgive the DAE word, but the game is extremely agile because frictionless is a better way to describe it. Because now you're like... It's only a minute, worst case scenario. Oh, hop in. Now I've never been here before. Ha ha ha, I remember that. Ha ha. Underwear, I get the picture. Oh, cucumber, you're not a cucumber. Let's go. So these tentacles were important. I'm not gonna belabor the point, but I've met At the point in which I am in my off-camera playthrough, I've been stuck a little bit. And to find out that, you know, there was a tentacle I could slap there seems relevant to me now. Oh, dude, we're in like a new area. I've never seen this before in my life. What I have done is played James Bond 007 for the original Game Boy, so I'm aware of the fact that you're probably interested in me making a bridge. Making a bridge, yeah. Straight out of Marrakesh. Terminal error. Oh my god, is it a DAE? You want all these to be... Oh, I see. I get it here. So we probably want all these to be popped up. In order to do that, we need to figure out which one hits what. Do they just... They might have a rule set where they just hit, like... I want to reset it. Can I get you... So I'm not going to solve that in 20 seconds, so if you'll give me a moment. What I'm thinking is maybe there's something at the top of this tree that if we really chop it down, we get... Let's go! Look at this! Adventure IQ is popping off, dude. Now we got the basement key. Is there a basement here? There is indeed. What's going on down here? It's the witness, man. I'm in a submarine. This is... It's taking some serious turns. Yo, Roomba, get out of here. I'm experiencing childlike wonder, okay? It's west of Loathing, 0% capacity. West error, east error, south error. Okay, so there's going to be 3 of those puzzles we have to solve, I'm assuming. Let's get in this submarine and see what the heck's going on. Teleporters. Can't go down here. Can't go down here, it's water. We're gonna need to get the wetsuit. Oh, we accidentally found a new area. Terminal error. Smack it, let's go. Okay, we accidentally solved the puzzle. Hey, dude, when you only got 1 minute, accidents happen, and you just gotta, you know, consider yourself lucky, I suppose. Well, I don't know if I should die in the submarine. It's like a K-19, the Widowmaker sort of situation. Okay. Now that we've done that, you know, we can definitely also... Sorry, dude. I would have preferred to have not, but we can also make a bridge down this way. Okay, it's the same. This one's probably the easier one. Let's see if we can grok something about the rule set. Smacked it, nothing happened. Smacked it, it came up. Smacked it, it came up. Smacked it. They all went down. Smacked it. We have to hit them in a specific order. Easy money. Look at that. Video games, dude. Terminal okay. Now, I know this probably isn't going to do anything, but again, we're not going to solve the next puzzle in 19 seconds in all likelihood, so... in fact, I think there are some situations like this, and some may consider it a design foible. I kind of do, to be honest with you. Like in this situation, I'm pretty sure that I can't actually push the block back. And I'm like, well, dude, if I play perfectly, I should be able to, but that's just, it's so minor, it barely even warrants mentioning. Now this one's it's a little tricky, right? It's like, does it affect the 2 around it? Is that what happened? No, because this... Well, maybe it like left and up or something? The one left of you and the one up of you. Is that correct? Let's see if that works. This one just... This one affects those 2. Oh, I did it. Haven't even taken an algorithms class, and yet... Go step on this teleporter, dude. Where are we going? Press C to restart? Yo, we found like a stat screen or something. 22% collected, 15 runs in 14 minutes. We don't know what's going on there. Can we now press C to restart at any time? Look at that. Never let a YouTuber tell you that they're smarter than a designer, okay? Because they took my problem, my foible from earlier, and they figured it out. This all happened before, but never this bad. Was this desk always here? Probably. New home selected. Is this our old house that we've gone back to? We can teleport to our dog? We can teleport to H? I guess we can't teleport to these. Maybe we haven't discovered them yet. This is our base home, right? Yo, pretty cool, dude. Well, to be honest with you, it's a little bit on the short side for a Let's Look At, but it's one of the rare Let's Look Ats where I went in thinking like, it's like a 6.5, 7, and I'm leaving with a certain sense of childlike wonder and wanting to know a little bit more about the magic of the world. So I think it's better to end it on a high note here. You've seen a little bit of the magic of Minit without actually spoiling too much of the overarching stuff, I think. You watched a genius level IQ solve a puzzle by accident because honestly, I just, you see that gif of Zach Galifianakis in The Hangover or alternatively Dustin Hoffman in Rain Man. It's just what's going on in my head at a regular basis. But usually instead of being, derivatives and partial integrals, it's more like references like Zach Galifianakis in The Hangover. Anyway, this is Minit. It's $10. Maybe a little bit more than meets the eye. Cute little main Tomo there as well. Minuteman. Again, not a sponsored video. I paid for this out of pocket. You can go pick it up on Steam at the link in the video description below. Click the like button if you enjoyed the episode. And of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. Click the bell if you actually want to be notified when videos come out. For now, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the episode, and I'll see you next time.